Good morning, South Florida.
And welcome to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Grab your coffee as we brew up the talk of the day.
From the latest scoop around town
to feel-good stories and messages of hope.
A few jokes and live calling.
Highlighting local businesses.
Discussing hot trends and news stories.
A dash of feel-good nostalgia.
I love those morning cartoons.
Keeping up with upcoming events.
Sometimes trying a delicious foods.
Weekly horoscope updates.
An occasional flying duck.
Some sparkle dust.
Don't forget my bell.
And my wand.
With our brew crew laughing on set.
So grab your coffee, your bagel, donut, or any breakfast as we get you up and ready for the rest of your day.
And don't leave us hanging. Give us a follow. Comment live or call right into the show at 888-994-4995 Studio B.
Whether it's a tip of the day or just to say good morning, we'd love to hear from you.
From Amp Media Production Studio, it's
the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show.
Dawn, where's the snooze button?
Freddy, it's time to get up. We got a show to do. Wake up, wake up, wake up. Hang tight, guys. Pressing the snooze one more time.
And it's time to do a show.
Morning time, snooze button.
To the morning show.
Morning.
What happened? You got trapped on one side?
You could have walked back over. It's all good. Were you a little white?
Yeah, it's fine. That's fine. She can make adjustments as we go along. All right, morning. Listen, today's morning is Wednesday. Happy Hump
Day.
And during the middle of the week is when anxiety sets in.
Is that what it is?
Full-blown anxiety. Look at their faces.
All I can tell you is I got stuck in traffic this morning coming from the north to the south. There was no way I could go, and it brought on this huge panic attack of I was stuck between I-95 or Congress, and everywhere I went, there were more cars, and there was no place to go. And I would find an open venue, and I would drive, and then there'd be more cars and more cars. It took me 30 minutes to get 4 miles, even that. I don't even know if it was 4 miles.
You cannot accept that. You have to say it's traffic like every other day.
I don't normally, because I live south, and I take the streets to come up. I don't usually ever hit traffic like that. That was crazy.
You know, my partner was at a meeting early this morning, and she was making a speech.
Yes.
At what club?
Kiwanis.
Kiwanis Club.
Kiwanis Club. Actually, they're having an event November 5th. It is a Dolphins versus Chiefs.
That's a Monday night.
It's actually a Monday morning because the game is in Germany, apparently. So it's a 9 a.m. game, 9 a.m. breakfast, 9:30 kickoff at Tim Finnegan's for pancakes. Pancakes and mimosas, breakfast and a pint, Bloody Mary included.
In that game, we have an exclusive. If you want to put your commercial in that game, we can put your commercial on this game. We have an exclusive. It is sold out.
So I talked about that a little bit this morning, but November 5th, it benefits the Kiwanis Club where they benefit the community. They give back to charity. They give back to kids. They give back to women's, healthy mothers, healthy babies, all the community, all the things in our community. Breakfast buffet, a pint, a mimosa, or a Bloody Mary included in the $30 ticket. And all proceeds go back to Kiwanis Club, which gives back to the kids in our community. So a great cause, and you get some pancakes.
The Kiwanis Club should put a commercial in this game because they're going to be at the place and they're going to see the commercial pop up.
Pancakes and a pint.
A pint, that's for you rookies.
Pancakes and a pint.
She's not a rookie.
I'm all in. But it was lovely. I was at the Delray Beach Golf Club this morning giving a little presentation on what we do and how we help the community here.
How did you feel? You'll be presenting.
How did I feel? So afterwards, this gentleman at my table, he's an attorney in town. He says to me, the Brooklyn Cafe show? I listened to that show on 95.3. Who's that guy, he says to me, that I hear on the radio? I said, it's got to be my partner. He goes, he sounds like a famous movie star. And he takes out this guy's name. Oh, I don't know who it is. And he's trying to find the voice. I go, and I play it. I said, is this the voice? She goes, yeah, that's the voice. Let me see what he looks like. I listen to him on the radio all the time. I love the True Oldies platform. I love 95.3 in the Brooklyn Cafe. And his voice, he says to me, this is after I give this whole talk, who are you? Hand to God.
That's because he's got to up his lipitor.
Who are you? You play who? And that was the end of my morning before my traffic. Truth. Truth be told. But it's always been like that. Ever since we were at iHeart, they told you had this great voice like Froggy.
That's me. I'm known for the hat and having a voice like a frog.
But it was funny. He says, I got to see what he looks like, though. He's like, nope, but didn't think he was going to look like that. So, see, it was the whole voice.
Now he's
thing.
all disappointed. He's going to up
He
his
wasn't
lipitor.
disappointed. He was just back to when you and I first started. You were never on camera. It was always your voice.
Oh, he remembers that 7 years ago.
No,
he remembers the first show. That's it.
No,
That's
he
all
remembers now. He says he listens to 95.3. He loves the True Oldies platform. He's a big fan of the oldies and the talk in the evenings. So just thought I'd share that little tidbit with you.
Well, thank you. Whatever that means. I want to share a tidbit with you.
Okay.
You know that thing that we do with the slapping of the hands?
Yes, the TikTok thing.
It takes about 15 minutes before I lose balance and I'm all over the place.
Yes.
Did she post that?
Not yet. She's got to put them all together.
She posted something that, I remember what it was when we were doing the walk on stage.
Oh, yeah?
Remember that?
Oh, that was old. Josh, when Josh was like the old man, yeah.
I reposted it.
It was good?
So a guy walks up to me yesterday and says, yo, what is that you do on TikTok? And I said, what is what? Because I thought it was that. No, he says that walk you do, what is that?
That was like last Christmas, because I think you were wearing like a Santa thing or something.
No,
it was way before everyone was here.
With the stick. I just come back from St. Augustine. Horrible TikTok, horrible. Well, people remember horrible.
I got to get you
Not
balance
funny.
your core better, because every time you go like this, you go like this.
Yeah, I can do it.
You're just falling over
just
on
doing it for
purpose?
the cameras.
I don't know. Anyway, that was my morning. So the Kiwanis Club and your voice.
And anxiety,
because the traffic was terrible. You take 95 down?
No, but going north, it was bad.
You were at Nikki's?
No. Let me see the worst.
You came south.
No. I was driving up north. Well, I take that back. Yeah, I was driving down south. I don't know which way I'm looking at it.
You
You
come
come
south.
from home?
Yeah, no, I was coming south from my house. Yeah, and I think Glades had 2 lanes closed, so it was backed up all the way past
That's
towards
what it is.
Spanish River.
They
Yep.
threw her off the highway.
I got on at Linton and I said, don't get on. I got on. By the time I got to Congress, people were honking at me. I'm like, off. That's why the traffic was so bad, because it was an accident at Glades.
Dad and school started. How was school yesterday?
I didn't have school yesterday.
What
We were in
happened?
class waiting for an hour, and there was no professor.
What happened?
I guess the professor thought class was on Wednesday. Yeah, so I got class today, 6 to 10.
Always or just today?
Oh, I think always now Wednesday.
Those Mondays and
Oh,
Wednesdays?
so it's not
Yeah.
Tuesday.
No, it's
I
gonna be
didn't
Monday
think
and
it should have been
Wednesdays.
Tuesday. Back to back is tough.
And Baxton's in your class?
Yeah, back
But all the
into my
kids
class.
showed up, which means you all thought it was Tuesday. Only the professor thought it was Wednesday.
But
Yeah.
he was right, and Shay was there too. You
That
said.
was Monday.
Yeah, Shay's in my Monday class.
Or they're 2 different classes.
Yeah, they are.
Anybody else going to get their masters or whatever? Because apparently all the
Uh,
classes are the same.
Kennedy.
You getting your masters?
Are you in class to Josh too?
No, but I have class Monday and Wednesday too.
Monday and Wednesday also.
Were
But
you
you're-
going to FAU?
Lynn.
Or are you going to Lynn also?
I think Aunt Media has taken over Lynn University.
When were you going to let us know that you were in school?
I said Monday.
Did she say that Monday to you?
Yeah, she's in school. She's doing animation, which we don't know what she even draws.
Oh,
'cause
you
she
draw?
hasn't showed us what
Visual
she
effects
does.
Animation.
You do that?
Well, I like the visual effects part, not really mostly the animation.
Do you
part.
draw?
I can. Yeah, I can draw.
She can. But do you?
Did you know that?
I
Well, you
don't
must know
lately,
that.
But I'm trying
Yeah.
to get that passion back. So.
You're getting the passion back. All this time, you're doing little banners because we're trying to figure out what to do with you, and you draw.
Who's on board? Grace and Zari. Wow, look at that.
Your Christmas trees.
Hallmark's
and
back in the
Zara.
house.
Hallmark is that?
Hallmark Channel's in the
That's
house.
her name, Hallmark.
I don't know.
I can
She's
deal
like
with
a
that.
She's like a Christmas love story.
How was?
And her name's Grace. I mean, you can't make this stuff up. Seriously.
Her name
she-
is Grace.
She could be the whole star. You know, Grace lives on the Christmas tree farm and she meets her perfect soulmate. And
Hallmark Grace.
exactly, all rolled up into one.
How was your vacation? How did But
We don't have another mic?
There's a mic over there, so I'm
There
missing.
should be one over there.
On the table, and I think the cord is on the side there. We have to find a cord.
Yeah, we got to find a cord because there should be more than 2 mics in here.
Yes, it should be 3.
There's the cord.
And there's the mic. And you
there's the
put it
mic.
together and you get
Boom.
sound.
Welcome back. Testing. 1, 2.
Yep.
Welcome back. Grace, are you there?
I am here.
Or was it working?
I don't know, is it? Yeah.
So how was your trip to the North Pole?
The North Pole, it was good. It was really relaxing. It was like forced relaxation.
So do you go out and count trees?
I don't.
Are you supposed to? You know, whoever's taking care of the trees, you go count them?
Yeah, like my parents do, like once a year.
They count the trees?
Yeah, make sure that they're all like healthy and.
Are they numbered?
No, not like that.
I would lose track.
It's like it's by like square feet, like just making sure that like we hit a quota, and then like it's not like all that serious. It's just for like air quality and that kind of stuff to make sure that they're alive and they can like make the air cleaner.
Now these are pine trees, right?
Yeah.
So the ground has all the dead pines on it.
Sometimes, yeah.
Does it smell so good?
Yeah, most of the time. I also live around like farms, so there's like cows and stuff. So like,
Oh, that don't smell good.
no, the like cows, horses, goats.
Have you
smell
always
from
lived
my
there?
neighbors. Yeah,
So that's all you know is like living in the country.
yeah. Until I moved here, which was like total culture shock.
Total
So do you know how
culture
to milk a
shock.
cow?
And I have never done it.
Or you know how to?
Yeah.
I think we should rent the cow so she could give a class on how to.
Can you imagine growing up on a farm, being surrounded by farms, and moving to Boca?
Yeah.
It was
did
crazy.
I was in New York and went to a farm for 3.5 years and then went back to New York.
What was the biggest shock for you when you moved here?
Honestly, this sounds like really stupid, but like holding doors and like the little stuff like that, because like where I live, like if someone's holding the door for you and you don't walk through it, that's like extremely offensive. But like here, like no one holds doors, so I had so many people like shut doors on me like my first month, and like I didn't even realize that was like a thing.
What do you mean shut doors?
Like they would like hold the door for themselves, and I would think they were holding it for me, and I would
just
go to
walk
walk through it, and it would just like shut.
Nobody holds a door for you? What kind of culture,
No.
what kind of creature is that?
It was like the weirdest thing because I was like this little naive 18-year-old, and like
And what are you, all of 19 now?
I'm 20, I'm almost
Oh, I'm
21.
sorry.
Wow.
But like stuff like that, or like I would like wave to people or nod at people, and they would just look at me like I had like 4 heads.
Really? So
Yeah.
you were friendly.
Yeah, like in the grocery store, if like, you know, like when you're pushing your cart down the aisle and somebody else like tries to get into the aisle and like you almost bump into each other, like I would like speak and say like hi, like sorry, but like people would just like look at me like I was crazy for like the first month.
So you're from the country and you're not used to the city life of a bunch of.
People not being nice.
Yeah, or just
Lack
like
of-
not speaking. Because like I felt like I was just doing a lot more talking than like everybody else around me.
You know, it's funny because
What you
I go to the grocery stores and stuff, and I talk to people because
Yeah.
when I was in Puerto Rico on the farms, this is what you used to do, is to talk to me. Hey, how you doing? What's going on? And people find that sometimes a little weird.
You talking elevators?
Oh yeah, 100%.
But you see Josh's face. He's like,
Yeah,
no.
Josh is like, what? I'll
You
be
don't
like, so
talk in
how's everyone's
elevators.
day going? Like, what's going on?
I would like to take all of you to New York City so we could take a elevator ride in the projects, all 26 floors. You can
AC?
smell that urine, baby, all the way up.
I knew you were going to tell me that. It
And then
smells
you
bad.
talk to
and
people in the elevator.
Bad smell.
There's
No
a lot of
AC.
stuff that happens in the elevator. A lot of stuff.
And Josh like, eh. Freddie says to me this morning, how was it? I said, I feel like Josh. He says, well, I go, eh.
See, you're rubbing off on people.
He threw it off on me. Eh.
Yeah. Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah,
All right,
so
what is this?
we had Eric come up with hat talk.
Oh,
So if he pulls things out, there's little conversations that we can have as a group.
Right here, you pull out the first one. Don't look.
If it's not good, you can go to the next one.
Read. It's the first one.
I'm not sure what the first word is.
Oh.
Who wrote this?
Eric.
Who the hell is Eric?
Do you know what word that is?
Tuesday.
Megan's brother.
What is this?
How when you have time off? Howdy when you have time off.
Oh.
What happens when you have time off?
Okay.
How do you spend your time off?
How do you when you have time off? Okay, why would you have him write?
I gave him something. Or just pick the next one. Oh, let's pick the next one.
You're not allowed to pick anymore.
$3 words.
Guilty pleasures that you have. Guilty pleasure. And we're going to start with Josh. A guilty pleasure that you have, Josh.
What's a guilty pleasure?
Something pleasurable that you feel later guilty about. I could give you a few. Something you should not have done, but you did it anyway.
I got one.
Yeah.
Snickers bar for breakfast.
That's a guilty pleasure.
On my way in here, is anyone going to see me eat that Snickers bar before I sit down in my seat? Guilty pleasure. Anyone else have one?
You gotta have one.
Mine's Taco Bell. Like if I see it, I have to.
It's always
get it.
food. You ever notice all our guilty pleasures are around food?
Yeah.
Don't you feel guilty about something else you've done?
No.
Guilty pleasure, Amazon. You got one?
She's thinking.
I got one.
Okay, go ahead.
So a guilty pleasure for me is actually the Twilight films.
Oh yeah.
That's a guilty pleasure? How is
Yeah.
that a guilty pleasure?
Because they're not the best.
What made them so popular? Because you're right, they're like, and she never changes her facial expression.
What do you mean they're not the best?
Her
Where's the
face
guilt?
doesn't move the
You can't
entire
even see my face.
expression.
Oh,
Not you,
Well, what's the guilt?
oh yeah.
the actress, whatever her name is.
Yeah.
Her name is guilty pleasure?
No. Kristen Stewart.
Thank you. Her face doesn't move the entire series.
Well,
She
where's
always
the-
looks miserable watching it, I guess, because she says it's not a good.
It's not the
good.
best, and then like the
So,
relationships
how is that
in
guilty?
it. The relationships in it are really toxic. Just like the entire portrayal, like it's cringe, man, but it's so good.
I still don't get it.
Is
You
it like
got
a cult following? Is that why it's so big?
I don't think it would qualify as a cult following because of how big it was.
Interesting. You got one?
What do you
Yeah,
got?
but Worcey picked up the mic. So I think she has one.
What do you got?
If I start watching something on Netflix, I didn't go sleep before I finish all the thing. So if it's like 10, I can stand up for 1 o'clock at
You
night.
binge watch?
Yeah, and then I feel sleepy next day.
You can't function because you binge watch. That's a good guilt.
I like to play video games, and when I'm like tired of playing, or my team, or I'm starting to lose a lot, I start to get toxic. So yeah. In game chat, I like to say certain things to people and all that.
I don't know what they're saying back there.
What
How
do
about you,
Hold on. What about
Grace?
Grace?
TikTok. Oh my goodness, I could scroll on TikTok for hours, and then I go for like 5 minutes, and I'm like, just like, I'll go like 2 videos, and then 3 hours later, I woke up like from a coma. I was like, oh my gosh, what just happened?
But I don't get.
Do you know I can't even log into TikTok?
Yeah, I know you're not allowed.
I've tried. It
Yeah,
won't
I
even
know
let
why
me.
they
What?
threw you out.
Maybe.
Why? You should have lots of guilty pleasures about what you were watching on TikTok, and you talk about me. I'm
so
still
it's your
on,
TikTok.
and you're.
Bless you.
I don't get that.
Bless
Guilty
you.
pleasures to me is like I dated a family member's ex-girlfriend.
It's not like
That's
pizza and
not-
chicken wings.
No, I dated this girl who was going out with my cousin.
Yeah, but I feel like a guilty pleasure is something that you do all the time. Not all the time, but like.
I'm gonna tell you something.
You do
Very
that all
guilty.
the time.
He's,
All the time.
he's a 304.
I don't know how many.
I'm afraid what a 304 is. It's got to be like another millennial thing that we
It's
don't
a
know.
212,
Do you
but
have a calculator?
304. Add them up. 7.
That can't be it.
What's a 304?
I don't know. If you turn it upside down, it's still an
Let
old.
me see. Turn it upside down.
Oh.
What is that?
It spells hoe.
It's a hole?
It's a garden tool.
Well, I know what a hoe is. I'm just saying.
Oh, and not that 4. If a 4 was made like a 4.
Oh, H-O-E.
How do I know to turn it upside
First
down?
of all, she wasn't a hoe,
No, you.
Man whore.
but that's a guilty pleasure. Hey, listen. How many times have you stole somebody's Snicker or peanut butter and jelly sandwich? You can't call yourself a hoe for it doing it.
I don't do that.
You've never done something like that?
No.
In all your life, you never did something naughty?
All of my days.
In all your life, you didn't do nothing naughty? Really? You guys either? Nothing?
like
Josh
you,
has
no.
one.
Yeah.
You've done something naughty, something you shouldn't have.
I was a menace as a teenager. Like, awful. Should have gotten sent
You?
away. Yeah.
You were a menace.
Yeah.
But she looks so sweet. It's the eyes,
So you're
right?
not innocent at all, right? You got like war stories that we could write movies about.
Yeah.
But she doesn't look it. She looks so innocent.
That's what scares me about her.
Doesn't she look it though? She doesn't look innocent. He's like, no.
I like-
It's the eyes that are scary.
Like, prime example, my sister and my dad, they came down one year after school to help me move out. And my dad was sleeping. I didn't want my sister sleeping in my bed, so I put her on the pull-out couch. And she got on my bed, and I don't know why, but I just wanted to beat her up. So I literally smacked her, put her in a headlock, and I said, "Don't you wake up, Dad. You better not wake up."
Were you awake or asleep?
I was awake. So we just started fighting, and I was yelling at her not to wake up, Dad, so I wouldn't get in trouble.
I don't know what to
That's
tell
the PG version of what she's guilty of.
you. Actual menace is what it is.
Do you have one? We skipped you.
She's gonna sing. She's still thinking about singing from 6 weeks ago.
What?
Well, okay.
You never done nothing that you feel guilty about? You didn't date somebody you shouldn't have? You didn't see?
When
Did
I
you?
was a kid.
You have.
I did that too.
You dated somebody you shouldn't have. We'll get to you in a second.
When I was a kid, I stole like the tag off of a Webkins.
A Webkins?
We just have good kids here, except for the menace.
No, hold on.
Everyone else is like Snicker
That's
bars,
Dennis the
watching
menace.
movies,
Dennis
and
the
she's
menace.
like,
Hold
I'm a
on, I want to
menace.
know who you dated.
I
that
beat
you
my
weren't
sister up.
supposed to.
This guy, my last college, and I remember I think it was the first, 2nd day, my mom was dropping me off at the cafe, and I saw him walk across, and I was like, there's just something about him, he reminds me of like my uncle, and she was just like, because my uncle has a past of women and stuff, so she was like, you stay away
He's a
from him,
304?
and I didn't listen, and I proceeded.
So you proceeded. How long did this procession take?
Like 3-4 years.
What? You see? Now that's what I'm saying. There's the guilt right there, baby.
It wasn't not long term.
Well, you seem to not have. It
3 or 4 years?
It was too much.
should have been like 30 or
dreaming.
40 years. What was so different about this guy that you should have dated? Was he like married or children or somebody you shouldn't have got hooked up with
He
because
was like 45.
He's 45? No. He's just somebody that you don't normally would. He's like a thug. Yeah.
I guess.
He was a thug. Okay, I got
Or
you.
he was known on campus.
As a hoe?
I don't really
As a
go
304?
for the popular
You
person.
dated a 304? You became a 212?
No, that was just you. All right, what's next?
Wait a minute, Josh has one. I want to hear his story.
I have to say it.
Yes, absolutely.
I feel bad because this one hurts a lot.
There you go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Josh has one.
No. So there's this clique I had, and this is like the clique I felt comfortable with. There was a group of 4 people, and one of my best buddies named Daniel. He joined the military. So when the military Daniel came into the studio, I
Yeah,
got
like a
so
throwback?
scared. I saw there was a Daniel military here, and then there was a Sabrina, and there was an Elisa. And my past 2 exes were Sabrina and Alyssa. It was scary my first time coming here.
That was like a sign for you to regroup from your past.
Yeah.
That was like the ghost of Christmas passing. Josh,
Basically.
here we go.
But yeah, my buddy Daniel, he was dating someone throughout high school for 4 or 5 years, and I didn't know they proposed and engaged and all that. But I kind of slept with
Her?
her, yeah.
While they were engaged?
No.
Oh, okay.
No, they were broken up and all that. He was away. Yeah, he was away in military and all that. But
So does
yeah.
that count?
No,
If
she
you're
was
broken up?
15.
No, it's not. You're not supposed to. You're not,
It's
you're not
still
supposed
it's a bro code kind of thing.
Yeah, but she agreed.
Yeah, no.
No, it isn't on her. It's on him.
It's
just
on
like
me.
Really?
Bro
Well,
It's not on her at all?
No.
Really?
Are you kidding? When we were in DeKalb Avenue, one of my cousins was dating this foxy-looking girl, unbelievable. And one day I drove up and she came up to me. She sat in my car. She says, "Can we go somewhere? I want to talk to you." And I ended up seeing her on the slide for maybe 6 months.
I don't even want to know what your little black book looked like. You probably had one.
I didn't have a black book.
It was red.
For some reason, I always found myself in the most awkward positions.
I see that. For some reason, he's always in these precarious situations with women.
I don't know why.
$3 word.
304?
Precarious.
Well, I don't even know what that means. No, but for some reason, I always find myself in these situations like Curly.
Curly just beats her sister
No,
up.
that's it. I have a whole different image of Curly now. Curly has a true value.
Which is what?
That's her story to tell.
A true value.
Means that what you see on the outside is not what's cooking.
I
on the
heard someone
inside.
else talking about the tail, and all I could do was think of you because I'd never even heard that expression before.
You have a tail. You know that.
Anyone ever hear this? You have a tail? From Freddie. I'd never,
never
heard
heard
this
that
before.
expression?
And then I heard somebody else say it, and I thought of you. And apparently that's the thing, because you make things up that we don't always know are real, like the deck.
What are you talking about?
And
It's
words.
real.
You make words up that we never really know if it makes sense.
Where did you get that from? Well, tell me about this story about who you shouldn't have dated. Let's get back to the realities of life here.
I'm thinking about the tail. I think we've all dated people, well, at least girls that their father told them they should not have dated.
Oh, you go by that? If you go by that, I shouldn't have dated nobody. His mother used to say, "Don't date her."
When you go out for a date, your dad will never think anyone's good enough for you.
Most of the time, yes.
Exactly. Yeah, you forget it. You're like the
You've
princess.
been on a date?
Yeah. Nothing here, but
In Turkey? And did you
That's
dad
why
like
they
him?
moved you over here. They keep you away from somebody.
it was not an accident. I was in middle school, so
She's in middle school.
She's another one. That quiet storm, and when you look deep inside, it turns into a Curly.
Always, and so her dad's like, nope, I'm going to move her out of the country.
Now, do you?
She did karaoke last Saturday.
Where? At your
Where?
house? You went to the party?
yeah.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You went to the party and sang karaoke?
Yeah. Why not?
I didn't even know she went to the
I
party.
didn't even know either. Wow.
So Josh is going to get you here singing karaoke this week?
Okay, but I have to memorize the song because I don't know any
English
of
songs?
the songs.
We could sing in Turkish. We ain't gonna understand what the hell you're saying anyway.
What'd you sing karaoke?
I found the song. It's in English, but it's from Turkey.
Oh, God.
That's pretty good.
And Bailey was there and Baxton was there. Who else was there? Any of this crew? Zari?
Sorry,
You didn't go.
Me?
Yeah.
too far away.
She was sick.
Yeah, I woke up on Friday feeling really, really mid and just throughout the
Were
whole
you drinking?
weekend. No, I literally just woke up.
You sure? Because I hear you on the campus are like the party genie.
On campus?
Yeah, when they uncork you, woo, the party begins.
Oh gosh, no. I woke up Friday and I started feeling really mid. And it just got worse and worse and worse. And I was like, I need to suck it up for today. So I was telling Dawn, I was like,
You gotta
we
push
have
through.
stuff to do.
You gotta when there's a party, you gotta, even if you're sick, you gotta go.
I know, but then I would have been in a mood. And when I'm in a mood, like I'm in a mood.
You get
And they were all
moving?
sick. I don't think anyone wanted to get sick
We're
again.
back to
so-
that again? Or is
Yeah, I
there
think-
other things?
No, it's not that thing. It's not that thing. Although the
Amazon,
girl,
you didn't go either. Why?
To help my roommate over the weekend.
You had to what?
Help my roommate over the weekend.
What did you have to help them do?
Like move her stuff in, all of that.
Move her stuff in, so
Yeah.
that takes 10 minutes.
No, it's about weekend.
Really?
Her and her mom.
Oh, because you decide to put everything in place and all that? I hate that. I used to say, just put the box in the middle, we'll figure it out all 6 months from now.
you know what I realized? I think Amazon could single-handedly put most businesses out of business.
Why? They're going to move me in?
Big box stores. Any box store that sells things, you can get from Amazon. Even grocery stores. I don't even have to go to Walmart or Publix. All you need is a super center for somebody to shop and bring it to your house. You don't even have to go. You saw yesterday.
What does it have to do with moving me in?
She works at Amazon. Is what I'm thinking. And now they don't waste cardboard boxes. Now I got a box that was the exact size to fit my package. And it like zips out, as, you know, you pull the tab and it's like a perfect fit me box. I don't know how they do it. Other than the cardboard waste, I think Amazon
Wait a minute,
put a lot
you
of
don't
businesses.
pack the box, you just put them on the truck, right?
Well, that and organize it, yeah.
You don't pack the box. That takes forever.
Honestly, I want to see like all the items that people like their orders. I do want to see what's in the box because I've heard crazy stories about that. So.
I gotta ask you a question.
Crazy things. I've been like clicking all weekend.
For a package on Amazon, when they take it and the address is no good, and there's no return to sender, what do you do with that package?
I would just say to reach out to HR, and they kind of pretty much handle all of like the damage packages and stuff like that.
And they put it in this big warehouse.
Yeah.
Did you hear what the
Because
airlines
we're starting to
done?
have a lot of like returns because people's people packages are being damaged and not being delivered. So
The airlines puts it in this huge hangar, and you're able to come out and bid on the package.
It's like a big auction, right?
They auction it off. So this suitcase starts the bidding at $3, and the next thing is $40, and whatever's in that suitcase belongs to you, like they do with the bins, the
storage
Storage
bins, right?
Oh my God, I love that show. I love it. So I was wondering if Amazon does the same thing. You don't know? Okay, we'll find out.
that's what I'm trying to look.
All right, what's our next hot topic? Pick one.
You got off easy. You didn't tell us about this date you
I did. I
held.
told you.
No, you didn't tell us.
It
No.
wasn't a date. It was
You were dating something. You should have been
Dating.
dating something.
someone.
Something.
A thing is like a
You
person,
don't know.
place, or thing. It's
Tell
like
me
a
about this
noun.
one person you dated that you shouldn't have.
I shouldn't have dated him.
Who is he? What do you do?
Someone I shouldn't have dated.
What do you do? You get dressed up at night as a woman?
No, just someone my dad's like, you can't date him because he's got a van. And my dad called a van something else back in the day.
304.
Kind of.
You were a 304.
No, but I didn't know. Like, what'd you say? You were naive? Whoever just said that? Grace?
Yeah.
Certain things you don't realize or think about. So he had a van. I didn't think it was like a bad thing. That's just what he drove. But my dad was like,
It had to be a reason because Father knows best. Remember that movie show? Remember Father Knows Best? You guys are too young.
no, dads are just protective of their daughters.
No, Dawn. You gave him
That's why
plenty
you
of
don't
reason.
have one. Me?
You gave him plenty of reason.
No.
Yeah.
How about you?
I'm glad my dad.
Your
did not
dad's
meet
an
him.
overprotective
Yeah,
dad?
but I'm glad he did not meet him.
Your dad's not overprotective?
I mean, he is, but I
He
will.
had to be. He had 4 eyes to watch you.
Like, he would be, but me being me, I'd be like, you need to stop. Like, don't you dare. I'm a big girl. I can take care of myself. Think I'm scared of that thing? Come get some.
How about you, Zara? Your dad?
I never was really in a situation in which he would have to do anything.
You didn't give him reason?
Nah.
Or you didn't give him reason that he knows about? Because there's two
Nah,
different
just
worlds
straight up
there.
just didn't give him reason.
How about you, Grace?
I'm kind of in the same boat. Like, I never like gave him any like reason to be overprotective.
I didn't either.
Like,
Yes, you did.
No.
Oh, please. Don't even bring
We
it
made
up.
Me? No.
Dating guys.
Her
you
father
shouldn't-
moves her out of the freaking country. I think your
this
dad
one-
wins.
this one's
Your
out-
dad's like, I'm out, turkey, goodbye.
She's a Hot Wheels for a reason. I gotta tell you something.
It's not about the Turkey situation. It's because I applied Lynn.
I know, we're teasing you.
Yeah, I know. That's the excuse. You know, it's funny. Girls,
But he's so protective. But I
he is, of course, he
Totally.
should be. Girls get away with murder. Murder. Women get away with murder. Murder. I mean, you get away with, hey, Dad, what bell? I don't see no bell. Oh, this? I don't know where this
No.
came from.
My sister never got away with anything.
Because they transferred all of from you to her.
Yeah.
She paid the price.
She still is, I know. For me, anything. My sister, nothing.
My poor brother Harry, he paid the price for all of us. For all of us.
But he was the oldest.
He paid the price.
Really?
My sneaker came off, it was Harry's fault. Seriously.
Yeah, that
And if
was
you're
a thing.
if you don't have a sister, right? Anybody here single sibling? Like no brothers and sisters? You grew up with him? All right, so you were by yourself. Oh, you get all the brunt of it.
I'm in the same boat.
You get the brunt of all of it. Good, better, and different.
Yeah.
Unless you're curly.
Did you see yesterday's numbers from Megan's show? I was scrolling this morning. This show blew up in numbers.
Megan's show.
The cafe with Megan singing yesterday.
Well, what did I tell you? Oh, we have to make announcements about that. We're going to have a meeting, and we'll start the announcements tomorrow. We have a meeting. Of course, Megan is a superstar.
When I was
told you
trying to
that.
scroll through my phone to find you today to hear your voice, I found Megan's show, and I'm like, these numbers are unbelievable from yesterday's show. I couldn't find you and I because it was mostly her singing, so I had to scroll to the morning show.
Did you find it surprising that?
Yeah, because normally to get that numbers out, I mean, it was only not even 24 hours ago that the numbers went like that.
We're actually going to. It's one of the things we're going to talk about.
I wonder who ran the board for that.
Who ran the board? And
Who
the
ran the
sound was
board?
good.
Who ran the board?
Me.
It was clean. It was fantastic.
She's a superstar on the horizon, and if when we put her out to concerts and stuff, get to know Megan, because remember that name is going to be huge.
But what I realized is when Megan's here singing, you have to watch Megan sing. You can't watch the monitor because it's off a fraction of a second and it loses the impact. So you have to watch her sing. You cannot watch the monitor because what you see and what you hear on our monitors, it's a split-second delay. You got to watch her, and then you cry.
I was just about to say, Dawn, you were crying, so
Because
what
that's
difference
why I
does it
was
make?
watching her. I know.
She's crying, and then that started making me cry.
I know.
I mean, what the hell?
I don't know how she does it. JC
She has a
does it to me
frequency
too.
hit. She has a certain frequency. All right, I got another question.
Okay.
What is your favorite comedian, and why?
That'd be good for you.
My favorite is Dave Chappelle. He's coming to Hard Rock actually, but his tickets are way too much. But I think Dave Chappelle is one of the funniest comedians of all time.
How much are the tickets?
For nosebleed seats, it's like $165.
Did you get anything with that, or just the show?
You get the show. That's about it.
It's funny you bring his name up because Chelsea's working at this new school, and everyone at where she's going to school is so impressed. You're working at this school. This is the most amazing school. Do you know Dave Chappelle was a student here? This was just yesterday.
There you go. It's
Is
getting
it in Washington?
Yep.
Oh, awesome.
It's called the Lab School. It's the first neurodiverse school in the United States, 1967.
David Chappelle went there?
Dave Chappelle was there. Do you
was
have
at
any
a
idea
neuro
what a school this
school?
is?
He was at that kind of school? That's interesting. That's interesting.
I know.
You know the show Get Smart?
Martin, yeah.
What's his name? Anybody know Get Smart, the show?
I want to say Martin Short, but it's not.
It's not Martin Short. Well, that guy graduated from DeWitt Clinton High School. And he used to go back every year and talk to the students. I got to meet him. That's why I love that
I think
show.
they're going to put your hat in the Smithsonian.
My hat.
Yeah.
Of course they will. Because nobody knows me, they know the hat.
Well, that's what the guy, yeah, they did. That's what the guy told me too. You know that guy with the hat? I'm like,
There
yeah.
you go. It's always that.
Like, oh, my
I'm
partner.
going to put the hat on the
How
stick
does that
and walk in
happen?
like
How does
this.
everyone know you in town?
Nobody knows me, Dawn. You just, I don't know what you're drinking, but whatever
Everyone
it is, have
knows
some
you.
more.
It's amazing to me.
All right, what's your favorite comedian?
I don't really know names. I'm going to defer to you guys.
Comedian? Favorite comedian?
Mine's is Martin Lawrence.
Martin Lawrence from, what was the name of his show?
Martin.
Martin. He was also in Bad Boys, right?
Yes.
Martin Lawrence is funny. What's the name of the guy, Rock, that is always cursing? That comedian.
Chris Rock.
The guy that gets smacked in the face.
Chris Rock.
I think he's funny.
You don't think he's offensive?
Why? Because he
See,
curses?
sometimes I think comedians border on the line of offensive.
They're supposed to.
But he speaks reality.
You think?
Yeah. He had this thing where he was talking about how girls are just as 304 as guys because they have the same needs as guys. And he went through this whole thing cursing
That's
every
true.
other word.
That is true.
And Trippy curses
Oh, she's
when she
hilarious.
raps. She's, I'm going to tell you, she's one of the funny. I should put her down as my comedian. She's hilarious. Because she says things and everybody's laughing. She's like, why is everybody laughing?
You see her yesterday, her butt got stuck in the chair, and she weighs all of what, like 90 pounds, if that wet.
She almost went backwards.
The whole chair went flying underneath her. I don't know how her butt got stuck in the chair. It's not like it was like a vinyl chair where you're like sweating. It was the fabric chair on the set. Next thing you know, you hear this thud. She got stuck in the chair. I
It was a splinter. Splinter got stuck in the sofa.
Anyone else favorite comedian?
Anybody got a favorite comedian?
I like Fluffy and Cat Williams.
What the hell is that?
Isn't it like two completely different styles or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who's Fluffy and Cat Williams?
You don't know who Cat Williams is?
No.
Straight hair.
Have you
I
seen
don't-
Friday After Next?
Is a very high pitched voice, kind of.
You've seen him.
I've seen him. Not funny.
You have a favorite comedian? Comedians are tough for me.
I like anything that's funny. Comedy.
If you do something if you want something with visuals, I created something called the Mandela effect.
Oh, let's say you sent something over, right?
Yeah. So what the Mandela effect is? Does anyone know when Nelson Mandela passed away?
Oh, okay. 10 years ago?
Well, that was actually pretty good.
2013?
Yeah, that was actually pretty good. So a lot of people think Nelson Mandela passed away in the 80s when he went to prison.
Yeah.
But he actually passed away in 2013. So there's a lot of these pictures and things that go around that make you think they're real, but they're not. Like Darth Vader. He did not say, "Luke, I am your father." The actual title in the movie was, "No, I am your father." And it's small stuff like that. So if we
Didn't
play
they
the...
do like a big deal about that when
Yeah.
it came out, and then they had posters and all that?
That's
We
what I'm
can
saying.
put- let's see
So
what
if
you
we
got.
play the video and we can see what happens, the Mandela effect. So the first one is, dun, 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 dun. Did Curious George have a tail?
Oh, no.
No.
Well, we're starting out with easy ones. So yeah, we were right. He did not have a tail. Next one is, how do you spell the Flintstones? Is it one T or two T's?
One T.
One.
I didn't
One.
know there was a T.
One T.
Two.
Stones.
Two T's.
Two T's.
Really?
Flintstones?
Which is the correct brand of peanut butter?
The one on the right. Jif.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like the images they gave me for this one because they actually gave me the actual bottle.
Right. I mean,
Shit.
hello.
And then how do you spell the last word in Looney Tunes?
The first on the left.
It's the right.
T-O-O?
The one on the right.
It's spelled with
Ah.
tunes, musical tunes.
Like a musical tune. Interesting.
And Looney has two O's.
Oh, yeah. And then does Monopoly guy have a monocle?
Yes.
Monocle?
A
No.
monocle. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, the one on the left.
Ba-ba-da-da. He
No!
does not.
Wow, really?
I didn't know that.
See? There's stuff like that.
And why is that testicle on the right hand side?
That's not. That's a.
That's Africa.
It's Africa.
So why is it called the Mandela effect? Because
Because people thought
you see that?
Nelson Mandela passed away in the 1980s, but he actually passed away in 2013. So they have this different view on what they perceive or what they have stored in their mind, I guess.
isn't that interesting? Perceptions that you have stored in your mind that are wrong. What are you laughing at?
The testicle that was on the right hand side of the screen. What the hell is that?
That was Africa.
Africa don't look like that.
That was interesting.
That was good. You made that, or something you found?
I made the whole video and all that, but I mean, those are
Look
images.
at this. That looks like a testicle.
That's literally
That's Africa.
It's Africa with his face on it.
Oh, I see. There's something around Africa, like a
You
bubble.
need your glasses. It's his face.
His face?
Side profile, I have his face.
I don't see.
Do you guys ever see images in like paintings or tile of faces and things, and
Oh,
you
here we
think,
go.
no, but like that? Well, those are really
No, that's
faces.
easy.
Oh, okay.
But things that aren't faces or aren't just
You
in
see
an
that
abstract
painting
piece.
right there? There's a face right there. I see it.
My wall on the ceiling, it's not popcorn, but it's not smooth
Like the
either.
knockdown?
Orange.
It has indentations on there, and it's not a pattern of some sort. So I like to look for faces or different objects in there, and it's kind of cool.
Do you think anyone else does that? Sometimes I think I just see
I
really
do. I go. I
You
go
do.
to the Pink Floyd concert, and I see all sorts of images.
Did you guys put one of like the little postcard looking things on the pillar of Publix?
No.
No, somebody else did. Why?
What,
It's
one of our
alright.
cafe cards is on the pillar of Publix?
The Pink Floyd one, yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Who did it? That's pretty
No,
good.
probably Kim. I mean, if it was probably, I don't know.
No, it wasn't Kim.
Maybe it had to have
It was
been.
Trippy.
No one else has them. That's
Interesting.
interesting.
We're gonna talk
Random
about
thoughts.
That's
Marketing.
a good place. Good place to go.
Absolutely. You like Pink Floyd, Royce?
Yeah.
You
You
do?
do.
Some of the songs, not hard rock.
I don't know
love the
anything
rock
about
part.
Pink Floyd.
That event is October 7th, and hopefully we're going to be announcing an event October 12th and see what else we've got going on. 10 and 2 makes 12.
7, 12, 19. October 19th is another one.
I have
October
a question
24th.
for you.
Okay.
Do we have live stream on that event?
That's
Yes.
a good question.
That's what we're going to be doing.
On
pay-per-view.
Pink Floyd?
Because I have a friend in Turkey who is fan of Pink Floyd, and when I tell to him, he wants to listen or watch.
Yes. A lot of people in Europe love this concept because
Interesting.
they can see. I've been trying to tell you people. Did you find, real quick, did you find yesterday's interview lady from American Bandstand? I felt like I walked back into time.
She was texting me late last night. I have to answer her today.
She's the only woman that sort of understands where I'm coming from.
Because you're like an old soul.
No. Everything you guys do today is because it was thought of back in the 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah, it's evolved 100%.
It's just better now.
But you
more
realize
equipped.
Dick Clark was the way she perceives him
Did
to
you
be?
see how old do you think Dick Clark was when those clips that they ran?
He had to be in his early 20s.
He was in his early 30s, but he looked like he was an 18-year-old. That's why he worked. And his mannerisms. is
But
what
she's
I like.
funny. I said, they are allowing you to talk about this. And she goes, well, they're very litigious, so we changed the name. I'm like, okay. Another $3 word.
Litigious?
Litigious.
What the hell is that?
Lawsuits, legal.
I don't want to hear that word. All right, do we have time for one more? Or are we wrapping this up?
Give me one more.
Comedians didn't hit it over. Tell this kid to next time to see me so I can help him with some of these. Best memory with your family. That's a good one. I have one.
What?
Sundays, every Sunday, we used to go to Connecticut State Park Beach. Every Sunday, whether it snowed, whether it rained, it didn't matter. And there was 6 families. And we used to go together. It was a lot of people. And they used to cook. We'd play softball all day long, play ball.
Nice.
My brother was there. My cousins were all there. Everybody was there. My father. And we got to play. The mothers used to get together and cook up a storm for everybody. And then anybody from the beach that knew us come over and entertain. Diesel was there. Junior was. It's what I grew up with. That's
Nice.
why it's funny when my mother used to say, "Why are you locking the doors?" It's because I don't want nobody to come in the apartment. And she used to unlock the doors. She said, "Anybody is welcome in my house." And strangers used to come into our house to eat. It was really weird.
That's nice. Anyone else?
In high school, we used to go to Colorado or Minnesota and go snowboarding / skiing every winter. And seeing that change of a different world, it just makes me want to leave Florida even more.
Right, because there's no
Yeah.
snow.
Mm-hmm.
But there's
I
no
wanna-
snow in Colorado either.
What are you talking about?
It's all dried up.
No, they're going to have a lot of
It's
snow
the
this season.
summer, yeah. But I just want to go to some place that experience all 4 seasons.
Right.
And ever since I visited Colorado, I didn't
You
want
like snow.
I didn't want to leave. I love
You
Colorado.
like the cold?
You would love
I
Colorado.
love
I
Colorado.
hate the cold.
Come visit Turkey. We have 4 seasons in Turkey.
I went to Turkey. I went to Istanbul, Constantinople.
Where I live.
I went to
where she's from.
Constantinople. And when I went, the ocean has subsided so far you couldn't see it anymore. And it was all marble. And they give you the Constantinople tour, right? What I remember about the tour was where there was the Ladies of the Night house.
Of course. What's wrong with you?
What can I tell you? It was a
Is
nice
that all you
place.
remember?
That's
Wasn't
what I
that your
remember.
honeymoon?
That was my honeymoon, yeah.
And that's what you remember on your honeymoon at the other ladies of the night?
No, the temple in
And we wonder
Constantinople.
why that was an ex.
I bought a rug in Turkey. When you go as a foreigner, they take you into this warehouse and they give you the tea.
Yeah.
It has opium in it. So everybody kept giving me their tea.
How much did you
Anyway.
buy?
About $1,200. I bought this rug, and I was so high that I would have bought sheep. There was a guy that offered me 32 heads of sheep for my ex-wife. So I said, if you can get the sheep on the boat, you got a deal.
You bought a rug and you bought some other statues, right?
I bought the
That was-
Athena, the statue. I bought a lot of stuff.
That's why they
I
gave
was-
me opium. You were like the best target market audience for them.
And the stupid thing, the Athena statue like this, and it had a gold arrow. It made it all the way, even through customs at Kennedy, it made it. And when I got home, my ex-wife was vacuuming, and she bent over, it came up, she hits it, breaks it into a million pieces. It traveled over 5,000 miles.
She
It
broke it
didn't
with the
last
vacuum?
an hour in my house. I was like, are you serious? Oh, so upset.
Anyone else? Family memories? I know you beat up your sister. Anything else? Anything good?
Any other family
Sorry?
memories?
I mean, I just like hanging out with my family. So,
You must have been a trip.
me?
Yep.
How so?
Because I see how you are in here. You say some of the very most bizarre things I don't completely
Well, no,
understand.
she doesn't.
But they're funny. Yes, she does. She puts up like drawings and stuff.
She draws too, by the way.
I do.
I know.
All right, we're going to straighten all this out today. Today is D-Day. We straighten all this stuff out.
Grace, welcome back.
Thank you.
We got things to do.
Yes.
Gonna bring her up to speed, and if you see Grace, hold the door open for her, please. Just be
Just
kind
hold the
to
door
it. Just hold
open.
the door open
My
for people.
goodness gracious.
I don't
And
know
make
what
a
to
joke
tell
about it.
you. Is chivalry dead?
Not in my life. Not in my house.
Yeah?
Not in my house. Not in my, not in
Josh,
not
is
around
chivalry
me.
dead?
No, I see Josh open the door. I help Hot Wheels and everything. I'm not at all.
Not in this studio.
In G-Man's the same way. G-Man.
Not in this studio, but they're all like, yeah.
Yeah.
Grow up, wise up, and get smart, man. Just do something for somebody else once in a while.
Do you guys still open the door for girls?
Yeah.
Well, my boyfriend's mom, she was here one time. She flat out told me not to ever touch a door. So I will walk up to a door and not touch it. If he tries to open my car door, I will literally swat at him and tell him to get away.
Why?
Why?
Because I could open my own car door.
But you won't open another
It's
door?
not that
Yeah.
kind of deal.
Okay.
Wawa has these gloves. Have you seen them? You take them to pump the gas?
Mm-mm.
You ever seen them? Well, I took a box of them.
Of course you did.
It's in my car. So if you need a glove, I'll
Was
give
it? But I don't think that had to do with her opening her door. She just doesn't want someone to open her door for her.
Yeah, I draw the line at car doors.
Why?
It annoys me. Like, it always has.
Oh, you know what that
Even
means.
if, like, when you're the passenger, you don't want them to open your door?
Mm-mm.
Interesting. It's got to be a past life.
So we're
thing.
going
You
to do
ask
something
Sally.
called the curly open. From now on, everybody run out of the studio and open a car door for Curly. It's drive her crazy.
More to come. All right, you ready to wrap this up?
I'm ready.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe. We'll see you midday. We got a lot of shows coming up. We're talking about singles, dating. We've got a guest coming in from Naples today.
Interesting stuff today.
Naples. More to come. We'll see you in a little bit.
Don't be late.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to the Brooklyn Cafe Morning Show. My mug is empty, and you know what that means.
I think it means it's time for a coffee refill.
As we prepare for other shows here at the Amp Media Production Studios.
Tune in for more fun and laughs at 12 o'clock for our afternoon show.
And remember to like, follow, and subscribe on our page.
Have a great morning, everyone. Stay safe and be kind to each other.
And don't be late.